Hi guys, so this is our shared reading book for the week. Remember in our good morning video I told you that we are on Shark Week. So what's going to happen is I'm going to read this story to you and I'm going to show you a chart that we're going to be working on filling out this week. Okay, we're going to fill out a section of it every day and then I will upload this chart for you on Seesaw so you can get a chance to fill it out for yourselves. And I'm going to put lots of other shark things on there for you guys this week. Okay, so this one is called A Day in the Life, Sea Animals, Shark. And so hopefully you can tell that this is fact. It's not fiction. It's going to be informational. Okay, there's a real picture of a real shark. So here's the title page. A Day in the Life, Sea Animals, Shark. Here's the table of contents. And so it tells us on each page what we're going to see. So if I just want to know, oh, what's on page 18? It's what are shark babies like? So if I go to page 18, what are shark babies like? If I go to page 23, it's the glossary. Okay, and the glossary usually is at the back of a book and it tells us important words that are in that story. And so like page 8, what do sharks do all day? So that table of contents lets us know what we're going to find in our story. What is a shark? So this is the heading up here. So this is what was in the table of contents and it's on page 4. What is a shark? So that heading tells me that that's what I'm going to read about. I'm going to read about what a shark is. And then hopefully you're noticing some of these features right here that are labeling this picture. And this says whale shark. And this one says great white shark. So these are two different kinds of sharks. So it says a shark is a type of fish that lives in oceans all over the world. There are many different types of sharks. Great white sharks live in warmer waters near land. They hunt and kill other animals to eat. What do sharks look like? So that's what these pages are going to tell me about. These pages are going to tell me about what sharks look like. It's probably going to tell me things about their body. And so if I look at these labels right here, this label right here is pointing to this, and it's called a dorsal fin. And right here, this one's called a side fin. Great white sharks have a gray back and a white stomach. They have a long, pointed nose, many sharp teeth, and large black eyes. A great white shark's body is long and pointed at both ends. So it's pointed here and pointed here. So the ends of the body are pointed. It has a triangular dorsal fin on its back and fins on its sides. So when it says triangular, it means it's like the shape of a triangle. What do sharks do all day? Great white sharks spend all day swimming. The dorsal fin and part of the tail show when they swim near the surface. So the surface is like the top of the water. Many sharks hunt at night, but great white sharks mostly hunt in the daytime. Great white sharks swim around and stay on the lookout for food. How do sharks swim? So again, this is going to let me know what this is going to tell me about. It's going to tell me about how sharks swim. So these labels are going to help us with that too. This says the side fins. So if I know that this is going to tell me about how sharks swim, and this is labeling side fins and the tail, then even before I read this part right here, I'm going to know that probably the side fins and the tail are ways that sharks swim, or parts of the body that helps sharks to swim. And then right here, these little lines, it's labeled as gill slits. So a slit is like a little a little opening. So all of these lines right here kind of open to the inside of the shark's body. A shark moves its tail from side to side to move forward. The side fins help the shark to steer. When a shark swims along, water goes into its mouth and moves over its gills. Gills take air from the water so that sharks can breathe. What do sharks eat? Sharks catch and eat other large animals, such as dolphins and sea lions. They also eat smaller animals, such as turtles, crabs, and fish. Oh goodness, look at those teeth right here. A great white shark has many triangular teeth in rows in its mouth. Ooh, there's that word triangular again, letting us know that the shape of those teeth is like a triangle. The teeth are sharp with jagged edges to slice through bones and meat. And so jagged means it's not smooth, it's kind of like crooked. Almost like a knife. You know, if you've seen a knife before, sometimes on the edge of the knife, it's not smooth, it's crooked because that's going to help cut through the food. How do sharks catch food? In the day, great white sharks look for animals that swim at the surface. They swim up fast and catch the animal from below. Great white sharks also use smell to find animals to eat. They can smell a drop of blood from a hurt animal far away. Wow, what a great sense of smell. How do sharks hide? In the daytime, animals cannot see a great white shark below them. Its gray back looks the same as the darkness below. So it's kind of like when other animals camouflage themselves, great white sharks do the same thing. So when an animal's swimming above a great white shark, it doesn't know the great white shark is down below because it's camouflaging. It's looking exactly like what is below them. And so they can't even tell that it's there. And right here, this label says side fin. Animals swimming below a great white shark cannot see the shark above them. The shark's white stomach looks the same as the sky above. Wow, so interesting. So when animals are above the shark, they cannot see the shark below. And when animals are below the shark, they can't see the shark when it's above them because it looks like the light from the sky. Those are some crafty sharks. What are shark babies like? And this says baby cat shark. Baby sharks look just like their parents, only smaller. Baby great white sharks grow from eggs inside their mother's body. A baby shark is called a pup. Shark pups leave their mother as soon as they are born. Wow, we don't do that, do we? Could you imagine having a baby and then just leaving the hospital and say, "See you later, baby." And then the baby just walks out of the hospital. What do sharks do at night? Great white sharks sometimes hunt at night using a special extra sense. So a sense is something that we use to experience the world. So we can touch things, we can smell things, we see things, we hear things, we taste things. And so it says that sharks have an extra special sense. The shark's nose can tell where an animal is moving, even if it is far away. It's kind of like a nose is like a radar. Nobody knows if great white sharks sleep or not. Some people think that sharks can sleep and swim at the same time. My goodness, can you even imagine? I don't know if I can do anything at the same time as sleeping. Maybe just breathing. Ooh, and then here they give us a shark body map. Tells us the dorsal fin, the tail fin, the side fin, gill slits, and sharp teeth. And then in the back, it gives us that glossary. And so the glossary is important words that were in the story. And so breathe, to take air into the body. Dorsal fin, it's a thin, flat part that sticks up from a shark's back. Dorsal fins help sharks to keep upright in the water. Gills, parts of a sea animal's body that take air from water so the animal can breathe underwater. Pup is a baby shark. Sense, power that animals use to find out about the world around them, such as sight and hearing. Surface is the top of the water. And then it tells us right back here how we can find out more. And it gives us some books that you could look up or websites you can go to. And then the index is part of a book that always tells us the pages that a certain topic is on. So if I want to know about how sharks swim, I can find the word swimming, and it goes in alphabetical order. So I have to go all the way to the S's and go to swimming, and it tells me it talks about swimming on page 8, page 10, page 11, and page 21. So we're going to do a lot more work with this story this week, guys. And so I'm also going to send to you, probably tomorrow, this chart right here that I made. And this chart is a way for us to identify things about sharks. The habitat, or where sharks live, things about sharks' bodies, the activity that they do. Okay, so what do they do? And food that they eat. And so the thing that's important about this is that when we're filling out this chart is not about things we already know about sharks. Maybe you did know some of the things that this book talked about already, but this chart is for us to remember what this text is telling us about sharks. So if we want to talk about the activity or what sharks do, we would have to go back to this book, not a different shark book, or not a video that we saw one time on sharks, or not what we learned about sharks when we went to SeaWorld, but what this book is telling us about sharks. So this is something that we're going to fill out later. When I assign this to you in Seesaw, I'm going to also just ask you, as soon as you finish listening to Mrs. Mendoza read this story, you might want to listen to it again, up to you, but I want you to tell me 2 things that you learned from this story that you did not know about sharks before.